Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Anissa Larasati from Universitas Negeri Malang. Now, I would like to share my recent research entitled ELT Undergraduate Program Alumnus Perception Towards Project-Based Learning Experience. My research includes introduction, method, result and discussion, and the last one is conclusion. Move on to the first section. This is my background of study. Learning a language in 21st century education has considerably changed in more practical and meaningful way. Learners are considered successful in learning a language when they can use the language communicatively. Therefore, they must be equipped with exemplary productive language skills, such as speaking and writing. Without having adequate skill in producing the language, it is hard for them to elaborate and develop their knowledge into more advanced way. The facilitator must equip learners with 21st century skills such as collaboration, creativity, teamwork, problem solving, and decision making so that our learners learn, practice, adapt, thrive, and succeed in a future we don't know. A teaching methodology is introduced to facilitate the learners to be more creative in producing the language, namely project-based learning. PBL will enable the learners to integrate the prompts from the facilitator with their own thoughts and allow them to investigate a certain topic deeper to gain more comprehensive understanding. Student-centered situation is promoted in this methodology since learners are educated to be a responsible person in their own learning. There are 5 general steps of PBL. The first one is driving questions. The important point of PBL is that the students can be curious and guided towards certain meaningful and important questions. These questions should be enclosed in real-life situations. The driving questions organize the overall idea of the project, while the drive activities provide a context where students can use to explore learning objectives and scientific practices as well. The second one is situated inquiry. To answer the driving questions, students need to do a scientific inquiry, or in other words, mini research. The teacher guides the students to frame hypotheses that build from theories and references, and then followed by designing investigation, which allow the students to use tools and technologies to gather data and analyze them. The third one is collaboration. Since this is a PBL, the learning involves students, teachers, and members of societies to collaborate with one another to investigate questions and ideas. The classroom becomes a community of learners. And the next one is integration of technology. Technology tools can help transform the classroom into an environment where learners actively construct knowledge. And then the last one is creating a learning product. It is believed that the students learn more effectively when they develop product, the highest level of their constructed knowledge. In PBL, the products result from students' investigations into the driving questions. Here are my research questions. The first one is, how does PBL affect learners' English skill in general? And the second is, what products do the learners usually make after the PBL? The method that I used is survey research. This research employed 30 participants who are undergraduate student alumnus from ELT program Universitas Negeri Malang. And the participants chosen were graduated on 2017 to 2019 because PBL methods are highly promoted from the last 10 years. And the instruments that I used are questionnaire, Likert scale, and interview to get in-depth explanation from the participant. This is my result and discussion. I classified my result and discussion into six subheadings. The first one is strategies employed in teaching and learning process, critical thinking in PBL, collaboration in PBL, supporting tools in PBL, final product in PBL, and the last one is affective impact of PBL. The first subheading shows us that the result indicated that these past 5 years, language productive skills, speaking and writing, active discussion, and group works are highly promoted in teaching and learning process. There are 63.6% of the participants who are strongly agree that their undergraduate facilitators had asked them to have written products, such as topical essays, academic papers, and posters. And then for speaking skill reinforcement, there are 69.7% of the participants who were strongly agreed that they were encouraged to speak in English during the class. And the form of the task were role play, presentation, storytelling, and speech. And then, of course, the employing of teamwork model. The use of teamwork model was used in class as 60.6% of the participants were agreed to it. And one participant said that the group work usually in the form of pair work, big group work, and classroom project work. PBL strengthened the writing skills of the participants as it focuses on the participants' attention on conveying their message and at the same time applying organization awareness to their writing. And through PBL, learners are engaged in purposeful communication to complete authentic tasks. And it is stated that collaboration as one of the components of PBL is intended to give learners opportunities to learn collaborative skills. The second subheading is critical thinking in PBL. There are 78.8% of the participants who strongly agreed that this was the main point which they had learned throughout the courses. And they said that thinking objectively and solving problems by seeking insights from different references and perspectives are really promoted throughout the courses. In PBL, learners explore the driving questions using new ideas which they have learned. They do investigation to the driving questions over a situated period of time. The next subheading is collaboration in PBL. Collaborating with peers and classmates are proven. 87.9% of the participants strongly agreed that they had some peer and group works with their classmates during project making. And this is very interesting that they had a chance to have a collaboration with people outside classroom, as 57.6% of the participants had collaborated with non-Department of English learners and professionals. One participant said that she needs to interview a makeup artist to be able to do makeup to their friends for drama project. And it is proven from the theory that collaboration helps learners build shared understandings of scientific ideas and the discipline as they engage in discourse with their classmates and adults outside the classroom. The supporting tools of PBL. The first one is doing references review. In terms of gaining sources to support the project making, 69.7% of the participants strongly agreed that they required to access several references such as books, journal articles, internet websites, and blogs. And then the next, using tools to support the project. 69.7% of the participants strongly agreed that they were allowed to use various tools to support their project, such as relevant computer software, mobile apps, and non-digital tools. One participant said that she often used Adobe Premiere for editing video project and Photoshop for poster project. Those softwares help her since they provide some features which she needed to do editing. There are 3 reasons about the significance of using technology. The first one is it aligns with the practice of all branch of science. It can present information in dynamic, interactive formats, and it provides opportunities to change the transmission acquisition model of instruction into more communicative and contextual learning. The final product in PBL, in terms of publishing the final product, there are 45.5% of the participants who are agreed that they were asked to publish their final products in various platforms, such as social media, exhibition, and YouTube. Interesting case in one of my participants is that she was asked to make a big book, and then she should present the big book that she had made to one of international elementary school in Malang as learning media. And then the next one is the enforcing productive skills. 57.6% of the participants strongly agreed that their skill in producing the language were increased along with the progress of the project making. It is true that when learners make a product throughout the project, they will connect their ideas and topics into real-life situation. Facilitators can use the product to know learners' understanding along the various projects. And then the last subheading is affective impact of PBL. It is proven that there is an increasing level of confidence and motivation in using target language, as 60.6% of the participants strongly agreed that by doing project, their confidence and motivation were increased simultaneously. Presentation and communication between classmates during the project can increase students' confidence in learning and using the target language. One of the participants said to me that she was an introvert student until one of her lecturers asked her to do more collaboration, more project in the classroom. And then after the courses, she felt that she was gradually become more active students and more motivated in learning in general. The advantages of project work are that it encourages motivation, fosters group cohesiveness, and etc. It also can reduce anxiety and increase the significance of effort relative to ability and promotes effort-based contribution. Because in project-based learning, all of the participants should be involved in the learning process. The conclusion is that many aspects in PBL, including collaboration, critical thinking, and creativity, have emerged during the implementation of PBL. Moreover, by emphasizing on the language production, PBL learning has proven itself that it encourages learners to indulge in meaningful learning. I think that's it. Thank you so much for your attention, and see you on the next time.